Hey everybody, welcome to YA Conversations. I'm Zach and I've got Joe with me again today. What's up, Joe?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, it's good to see you again, Joe. I remember we did a video together maybe a couple months ago, kind of at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah, it was a while back now, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. And we were talking about words and the power of words. That was a lot of fun. But I got a different question for you today.
Okay.
So we have been looking at, like how you're doing emotionally, how we're processing COVID emotionally. This past week, we've been talking about changing your mind. How do you know when you need to change your mind? How do you change your mind? And I guess one of the questions I have is, what role do you think relationships play in somebody's mental health, in terms of their thought world, in terms of how they're doing emotionally? What's the power of relationships and connection and all that?
Connections and relationships are huge. I know for myself, when I stay isolated and I stay to myself, sometimes my thought life can run out of control. My emotions can run out of control. And it's just in isolation is a killer, man. Loneliness is a killer. I mean, that's why God created man and woman, because it wasn't good for man to be by himself. Relationships with a partner, relationships with spirituality, or relationships with friends, it's all really, really good, because I can get lost in my own thought, and I can get lost in a emotionally depressing echo chamber in my own head. So when I have relationships and when I have people, I can bounce things off, and then it's not just my own perspective from looking from the inside. It can be a whole bunch of people or a handful, just a couple of people who know me, who I can bounce my thoughts off of, and they can give me an outside looking in perspective as well. So it's what they see as well from the outside, not just what I see, because depending on who knows, past experiences, what's happened to you maybe in the past, you can develop a lens that might not be the best, healthiest emotional lens, and it's good to have people outside to help you out. Personally speaking, for myself.
Well, that's really good. I was thinking about, just as you were saying that about relationships, I was thinking about David and his friend Jonathan, Saul's son, how he had a really good relationship with him that I'm sure helped him through good times and bad. But what about, okay, so just real quick, what's your experience been like for COVID? I mean, you've been connecting with people and doing groups and stuff with Impact Church, and you've been in Chatham the whole time. You've been doing stuff over Zoom. So just tell us a little bit about how that's helped or hindered, or just what your experience has been that way.
It's been very healthy. I'm really glad that they have Zoom, because there's a lot of people that would be much more isolated if we didn't have Zoom. It's not face-to-face contact, and it's not people gathered together. I think there's a special bond or a special energy, if you want to call it that, when people get together. So Zoom is the next best thing, because I can see who I'm talking to. I can be part of a group. We all can gather together, and then we all, like you like to say, I mean, we have the mind of Christ. Together we have the mind of Christ. So when I'm in community, when I'm on a Zoom group, that if there's anything I need, because I struggle with things, so I've voiced a couple of questions and everything on Zoom, and then there's multiple people that can come at it from multiple different angles and see little bits that I'm missing, and can help me piece the entire picture together. Like kind of a hive mind. It's kind of a weird way to say it, but it's kind of when we have the mind of Christ, so we hit it from different angles, and it's really helpful. It's really helpful not to be alone. Isolation is the worst, man. It's the worst. It really, really is.
Yeah, dude, that's really good. That's really good
Yeah.
stuff. Well, I hope you guys are gonna check us out and join us on our conversation on Friday. We're gonna be talking about just what Joey and I have been talking about today, just the power of connections, the power of relationships, and staying connected and not isolated, and how it's good for your emotional world, your thought world. And I love what you said there, Joe. We have the mind of Christ.
We do.
And that's a really powerful thing to remember. So let's put our heads together. Let's have a conversation. Let's experience the mind of Christ together this Friday, 7 p.m. We'll see you there.